Guys, Raymond here with another video. We are doing our third video in the long list of financial statement analyses, and this is the third video and the third stock in the list of German energy companies. Just want to apologize for the background noise. There's some construction going on in the background. But yes, if you're unfamiliar with my videos, what we do in the financial statement analysis is we look at the financial statements, that being the cash flow statement, income statement, and the balance sheet, and we determine the financial health of the company, and we try to predict not necessarily try to predict the long-term future financial health of the company, but we try to assess the financial health of the company at the current stage. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to go into the key ratios first. So the market cap is 21 billion, which is really good. We look for, when we do our stock market analysis videos, when we look for bargain stocks, we look for companies that have a market cap of at least 1 billion in their denominated currency. And yeah, so this is 21 billion, and which is amazing. So the revenue is 77 billion, so there's quite a large disparity between the market cap and revenue, which probably means that the market cap has decreased significantly within, I don't know, the past few years. So let's quickly check the market performance, and we can see how much it's decreased by, if it has. So 20%, which is quite a substantial amount. So before that, before the large decrease, it should have been around 25 billion, maybe a bit more. So it's not necessarily enough to determine the large revenue, the large disparity between revenue and market cap. So let's quickly check the profit margin to see maybe if we can get a bit more of a justification as to why there's a large disparity. So the profit margin is very low over the last 3 financial years. So I would say, let me go into more detail. So I would say, sorry, not the balance sheet, the income statement. So the income statement suggests the profit margin is, let me just see if I can get it on the cash flow statement. So the net income is about 1.81 billion. So compare that to the market cap of 21 billion, it makes a bit more sense for it to have a revenue of 77 billion. So let's get into the dividend yield, 5.97%, which is really good. I would say a healthy amount is about 6%, 5 to 6%. The PE ratio is 3.64, which is really good. It means the company's quite cheap, or the shares are quite cheap at the moment. The earnings per share is 2.25 euros compared to 7 euro, which is amazing. That's more than 10%, way more than 10%, which is probably a healthy amount. So that just shows that the earnings growth per year is more than 10%, which is awesome. So far this is looking really good. The beta is almost half of the market average. So the beta, if you're unfamiliar, is the risk level of the risk level / volatility of the stock, which is really good. So let's get into the income statement. So the income statement, as you can see, as we looked at earlier, is the profit margin is quite low, but it's not necessarily bad as long as it's a positive figure. It's good, and as well as the other financial statements, as long as they're healthy, then it's pretty good. So let's get into the balance sheet. It does have a large amount of debt. It's close to 100%, 100% geared, 100% leveraged, which is not necessarily good, because considering that the profit margin is quite low, the interest that it's going to be paying on its liabilities is going to be, it could arguably wipe out all of its profit margin. So the last determining factor of whether or not this is a decent stock to invest in and the financial health of the company is a cash flow statement. So we're going to get into the bottom line of a cash flow statement to see what it's doing with its cash and whether it has any cash left over. So as you can see here, within the last 3 financial years, it has maintained besides the 2019 financial year, it has maintained a positive net change in cash of 975 million, which is good. That is the final and last figure of the financial story of a company, which is the net change in cash. So it has 975 million in cash at the current stage. Well, according to its last financial statements, we're in the 2023 financial year now, so it probably will have changed. So until that financial statement has been released, we can safely say that it's around 975 million, which is really good. Without further ado, I'm going to close this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.